Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is 9:01 Eastern Standard Time. Well, 9:02 now. Eastern Standard Time here on a Wednesday, June 24th. Go ahead and put this on private. Hope everyone's having a really great day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Uh, my name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Welcome to our morning note. We do this every morning on market days at 9 a.m. Eastern. So if you have not yet pressed subscribe or liked our videos or turn on notifications, make sure you do. We really do appreciate it. Dow futures are down about 148 points. NASDAQ futures holding up actually best, only down 0.13% after hitting all-time highs again. S&P futures down about 12 points, hugging the 100-day moving average. We'll talk about that in here in a second. And Russell 2000 index futures are down about 0.73. VIX is up about 2.5%, bounced off that 30 level. Crude oil is down about 1%. Bitcoin futures down about 2.8%. Gold is down slightly, 0.15%, was green. Futures taking a hit, silver futures taking a hit, 2.34%. And bond futures, meaning bond prices, are going down, yields are going up, balance with the market. Dollar yen is up 0.17%. Dollar is gaining. Dollar index 96.91, up 0.27%, and gasoline futures are up gasoline futures are down 1.46%. All right, so a couple things I want to talk about before we begin is, I always talk about E-mini futures, right? I always talk about that. Wednesday futures slightly red. That's kind of the headline for today. Again, I'm always going to kind of start with the futures. Futures are very important, but I don't want you to base everything you do in regards to investing and trading based on the futures, because futures and the cash session, meaning your S&P, SPX versus the ES, are not the same level. They're usually different about a couple of points or a couple of dollars, if you want to say that. So what you have is that in the morning you have S&P down or S&P up, and then you have something called fair value because it was either down or up after session, after hours, from 4 to 4:30 before the flip to 6 o'clock the open. So you get gap ups and gaps down. So if you're a futures trader, yes, watches ES, but if you're an investor, watch S&P and ES, but keep a close mind on what the hell they mean. So ES again, guys, when it comes to E-mini futures, I watch that constantly because it's a 24-hour, 5 day a week commoditization of the S&P 500. Now, people could say it's bad, people could say it's good. It doesn't matter. It's just what we watch. So very key levels I want you to understand. I want you to write this down. The 100-day moving average today is 3105. We have been literally to the point of hugging those levels, bouncing above them, tapping them, bouncing above them. So again, what you're seeing is just a straight kind of chop. There's a very key level, guys, I really want you to look at. The biggest level is 3152 on E-mini futures. That is your resistance. If you've noticed, we have tested it about 4 times and we have not broken. In my opinion, I think we do break it to the upside. I think we get a continuation to 32.35. I'll even say this even further that we're gonna hit all-time highs again this year, regardless of who wins the presidential election. Presidential elections, when the incumbent is running, tends to be very bullish in the market. So again, I'm staying long. I've stayed long in my stocks. I have not sold any stocks. The last stock I sold was TQQ, which was the triple leverage QQQ ETF. I sold that for 87% profit with our investment club, and I went ahead and bought Amazon stock. And I bought Amazon stock at, if I can give you the number if you want. I have it here on my phone. It's just easier to look at. Amazon bought at 24.05. I only have 3 shares on Amazon, but my ETF of S&P 500 SPY-G has Amazon, so I have Amazon exposure anyways. So again, 3152 is your key level to the upside. To the downside, right around 3000 is your level. 3000 is that level where, kind of the line of demarcation, let's just say, where futures are really holding that support. Even with this craziness with the Navarro thing on Monday evening, all that, even the futures dropping Sunday morning, again, you're still getting that 3000 support. 3152 is your resistance. You break that, you're going to start seeing a soar. We'll get to 3200 easily, even 3235, which was the recent highs that we got from the non-farm payroll report last month, which we're having another one next week on Thursday. We'll talk about that as well. So just wanted to give you the heads up on why it's important to watch. S&P 500 ES is very tech heavy, about five stocks: Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Google, five. You want to call them FANG with the FANG with the M. You're talking about those five stocks account for about 22%, 23% of the S&P. So that's a big number. Apple being up yesterday, the way it was, hit 372 all-time highs. We're down about $6 now. Again, guys, price targets across the board have been upgraded. I've been saying it, Apple, just buy it, don't trade it unless it's options. Just own it. Just own the stock. It's that probably one of the safest stocks other than Microsoft and United Health that I've been saying that's kind of like bulletproof. So again, if you're gonna buy some Apple stock, cool. If you want to buy at this level, that's fine. I still think it's great. I still think we hit 400. May not hit 400 by the end of the year, but I do think 400 is going to happen. I even say Amazon will hit 4,000. May not happen this year, but it will eventually. And as a stock investor, you want to have that. So just want to give you the 2 cents there. Again, I'm going to have that investment club biannual conference with our investment club. That'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to answer your questions about your portfolio. We're going to do a whole deep dive on our forecasting for the end of the year, which will be the next one because it's biannual. And I hope you guys join. If you wanted to be a part of that, make sure to join GARcapitalFX.com long-term investment group. I'd love to have you on and answer some of your questions about your portfolio, depending on where you are, your risk tolerance, your investments, your 401ks, your IRAs, what have you. So, as someone who has an IRA, I can answer those questions as well. And I just did my contribution as well. So, there's my monologue. I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions. Good morning. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Eric Tan. Good morning. What do you think about AMD's forming a pennant on the daily chart? All right, let's go and take a look at AMD. AMD has actually been just chopped here, guys. You could see just really nothing. And AMD has been actually one of my favorite stocks to trade when it comes to options, but just not much going on. And even as a shareholder, I'm seeing it. The 100-day moving average has just been that middle level. Now, if you look at the daily, yeah, you're seeing that pennant. Yep, I see what you're seeing. But again, in order to get there, I have an alert at 56.74. We break that, then I'll start going long to maybe target that 59 level, which is the all-time high on AMD. And as an investor, I'm expecting to add some more, but I'm waiting for a dip to go ahead and buy. Anything below 50 on AMD, you pull the trigger, in my opinion. G's upside when buying and selling options on TD Ameritrade. Do you fill orders by market limit or stop limit? Me personally, when I trade, because we do signals, and we have so many people trying to get in. I fill it at market. That's just me. That's just me. I just fill it at market. I just want to get in. If I'm willing to give up a couple of cents, I'll do it per contract. That's fine. Again, max I risk. I risk on a trade is maybe $800 to $1,000. So a couple of cents isn't going to kill me either, especially if I'm have my conviction on the trade. I do market. I close at limit. So I close at limit to lock in my gains. I open at market. That's just me. You could do both limit on both sides or market on both. That's really up to you. But keep in mind, there is slippage when it comes to the market. Paul says, good morning. Any thoughts on Pinterest long term? I'm pretty heavy tech, but Pinterest, I don't like the stock. I don't like the company long term, to be honest with you. I think it's kind of an online marketplace. Unless they have some kind of deal where you could buy directly, I think your best money would be better put in Amazon or Shopify for that kind of name. So I prefer even Facebook has Facebook Marketplace. So instead of Pinterest, unless they link up with Amazon or something like that, which would be pretty cool. But I would say Shopify would probably be your better bet in the same kind of sector, Paul. Kraft Heinz, I think it's KHC. Yeah, Kraft Heinz. I don't know what you're looking at on this one. We broke the 100, but not much going on there. If you're looking for this kind of stock to look on long term to own, again, that's a consumer staple. I prefer you being Pepsi Cola, a Clorox, a Kimberly Clark, something like that. But if you're looking for something with foods, you can go with a Tyson Foods if you want. That's kind of your consumer staples, that sort of deal. But Kraft Heinz, I wouldn't buy. Sean, do you think we're going to see lots of selling to finish the month of fund rebalancing? You can see it, sure. You could see some fund rebalancing, but we've had that last month where people were saying the same thing, and we haven't really had that kind of sell-off either. I think the bears are already in. I just read that the E-mini futures are the most bearish since 2011, and I think a lot of people are going to be caught off sides and be a massive short squeeze. So no, I don't think we're going to get some bearish run. Again, I have my levels on ES. 3,000 is my level for support, 3152 for a break. And I think right now, what I'm looking at is buy to dip mode for me. Thoughts on DraftKings, Jason? I have DraftKings. I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish on sports and gambling nationwide, and I'm sticking to it. I bought DraftKings. I can give you the price I bought into it. I bought it at 40.52. So again, I'm a little down on it, and I don't have a lot of shares. I only have, I can bring it up here, about 25 shares. Not a huge investment, but I want to see if we can get a continuation to the upside before I add to it. This is one name that I don't want to add on dips. I want to add on rises. So again, DraftKings, I'm the only one I own in that sports gambling arena. I don't own Penn and I don't own any casinos. Facebook calls. Facebook calls we do have, and I think we get them. Nasdaq is slightly down again. We just need to kind of retake 245, and we should be able to get there. That 241.56, a little bit of a dip after Mnuchin talking yesterday, but again, still rocking with Facebook, and Facebook has been one of those names that have been steady climbers, not big movers. Like for example, we had Baba yesterday. Within 10 minutes, we got 40%. I love those, but Facebook doesn't move that way, at least not yesterday. Thoughts on the IMF saying global recession will be worse than anticipated? Yeah, I just read that, Chris, and I mean, I think that's something we already knew. Like, it's something that we already knew. It's nothing new. So the Fed will keep expanding the balance sheet. I think we're going to get a new stimulus. And I think, honestly, guys, when it comes to the stock market, not the economy, the stock market, the worst is really over. I think that March low was it. That was it, guys. Been looking at shop for too long, but never bought. What would be your entry point? I have not bought shop personally. I'm looking at it here. I would say 900 pull the trigger if you get to 900. Even 852 on the 100 would be a nice one, but I think 900 should be a decent point. I have not bought any yet. That's the only thing. So I do have some cash to work with, but I have not bought Shopify yet. I have Amazon right now. Still holding Roku calls. Yeah, Chris, I'm still holding it, and it's really frustrating to see it because I've noticed with Roku, and I wasn't about to talk about that. You could see this kind of falls, and then we get these pumps. So I'm looking for to see by today if we can get at least a pump. And these names have moved before 10, 12%. So in my opinion, still seeing the volume come in, man, we have to retake something. I can't see it bleed anymore. So I'm willing to see it. I'm down about 72% on it. But again, I'm willing to eat it for now. Let's see if Roku can give this a bounce. And it's been a frustrating one all week to watch because we were right there at 134.81, 20%, but the breakout was coming and it's testing that resistance. It was testing that resistance, didn't break. It's below the 50, above the 100. Let's see what we get. I have BA call 192.50. Can it make? Is it for this week? BA 192.50? No, that I looking at that one, it's kind of like a Roku. Again, if you don't have a ton of risk on it and you're willing to hold it, I can understand. But that's below the 100. So if I were you today, I'd probably close that. Thoughts on JPM? I own JPM long term. Looking at the volume, again, banks are taking a little bit of a hit as interest rates, yields are kind of wobbly. Gold is getting a little more. The dollar is weakening. 96.96. I own the stock. And again, if we break below 90, I'm going to go ahead and reload on it. But when it comes to options, you need to get above 101.50 before you do anything for a call. For a put, you need to get below 95, which I don't think we'll get there today, anyways. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. So make sure tomorrow, if you're part of the long-term investment group, to join us. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the evening. Get those portfolio questions ready, and we'll be ready to answer them. Have a great rest of your day, guys. G.A.R Capital FX.com. Make sure to like and subscribe our videos. We really do appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Have a happy Wednesday and happy trading, guys.